Welcome back. Matt here. I'm a part-time reseller who sells everything, and I list on eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, Depop, and whatnot static sales. And I have 11 orders across those platforms going out today. Let's see what's sold. Flip you! I got 4 items that sold on eBay. First is this Element Skateboards belt. It's got a bottle opener on it. It's kind of like a tribal pattern or something. Sold for $9.99. This Prana flannel sold for $11.69. This Nike Dry Fit Oregon State Beaver shirt sold for $12.99. And these John Varvatos slip-on loafers sold for $43. I got 2 items that sold on Whatnot. I only do static sales over there. I sold this Travis Matthews hat for $11.99, and I sold this pair of American Eagle jean shorts for $12.99. I sold 2 items on Poshmark. First is this pair of 7 for All Mankind women's purple jeans, size 29. And the next item is this Brother P-Touch label maker. Sold a label maker on Poshmark for $18. It's crazy. Sold 1 item on Mercari. It's this Rockin' Republic woman's lightweight plaid shirt. Sold for $10. Sold 2 items on Depop. First is this pair of men's Echo shoes. I believe Bradley is the model. These sold for $30. The next item is a pair of pants. That's actually in the garage because it's in a new box of pants that I'm working into and putting new listings in there. So it's only been listed for maybe a week at the most. Let's go check that out. And the second item from Depop is the pair of these Madewell. What are they? The Madewell Emmett wide leg crop jeans. And these sold for $20. So that's it for today. Catch you back here in a few days. Welcome back. Today is now Tuesday the 8th. I got, I think, 5 orders total going out. 2 on eBay and 3 on Depop. Let's check out what's sold. First is this fishing shirt. It says start drinking because we ain't biting. It's a Comfort Colors. Comfort Colors is a pretty good brand. If there's a decent graphic on it, you usually pick them up. This sold for $20. Next is this pair of shoes. I believe you pronounce it Veja. Every time I buy these, they sell for around $30. That's what I got for these. And then this pair of Hokas. These are pretty good. These are Gore-Tex. Oh, let me show the right side. These are Gore-Tex Hokas with good tread on them. These sold for $45. That's it for Depop. Now let's check out what's sold on eBay. First sale on eBay is 3. Oh, the glare is awesome. The lighting up here I know is great. 3 instruction manuals. Vintage G.I. Joe instruction manuals that I almost kept. The Combat Jet Striker instructions, and then like the diagram or whatever you call it on there, like the blueprints of it. It's kind of cool looking. They're stained up. They've got some yellowing just from how old they are. They're how old is this? It's from 1986, so it's pretty cool. One time at the bins, one bin was like somebody's whole G.I. Joe collection. It was like me and 2 other dudes just digging through, grabbing everything. I got a bunch of figures and some of the vehicles, and I was grabbing stuff like this and just different parts, whatever I could. I wish I would have kept some of the stuff, and honestly, I kind of wish I would have kept these. Like, how cool! Like, that would look so cool framed on the wall. I do like to collect things, and G.I. Joe's is one thing I would like to collect. The small figures from the 80s. I like that. I like Ninja Turtles. I like horror stuff. I like so much stuff, and I only have so much room in my garage right now to put up stuff that I'll start collecting one thing, and I'll get my shelf full or shelves full, and then I'll be like, oh, you know, I could really use the money. I don't need this stuff. It's cool to look at. Makes me happy, but I could sell it. So I end up selling it, and then I get bummed out that I didn't keep it, and I start collecting something else, and I just kind of work my way through things. But these weigh, I don't know, next to nothing. Paid 10 cents for them maybe, and they sold for $20. And the next item on eBay is this pair of Yeezys that just got returned the other day. I relisted them, I believe, for $75, and then I sent out an offer. They sold for $67.49 plus shipping. So that is it for today on the sales. However, I did have a minor panic attack the other day when I was going to make some drafts in eBay, because I got this notification when I hit sell similar on an item, and it wouldn't let me do it from my phone, so it kept putting me through the desktop version on my phone, and I was like, this is going to take forever if I have to do this for every listing from now on. I did hear, I don't remember what podcast it was, somebody mentioned real quick that the sell similar is going to go away or something like that, and I didn't think anything of it. I saw this. So today when I got to work, instead of doing my job, I logged into my eBay and tried to figure out what I had to do for my policies, and I realized that I just had too many policies and I had to clean them up. I had a bunch of different shipping policies. I had different return policies. I had some for 14-day returns with I pay shipping, some 30-day, the buyer pays shipping. I had all kinds of stuff, and I thought I had cleaned it up a long time ago, but I didn't. Got it cleaned up now, and it's working again from my phone. Thank you, Lord. That is it for today. I have been upping my listings. I was trying to get like at least 3 a day. Now I'm getting at least 5 a day, and I have all my drafts. Today's Tuesday. I have my drafts out till Friday ready. And now actually I'm just going to be listing even more items. I'm going to have at least 5 a day, and then once I get my drafts for the week done, normally I do my drafts on the weekend. This weekend we're busy, so took me the last couple days to get caught up. I do my drafts on the weekend for the whole week. That way I have time during the week to do normal stuff, hang out with my family and all that stuff, or I can put a little bit more time into my business to get some more sales, and that's what I'm going to try to do, because I'm trying to ramp up a little bit. So yeah, hopefully the sales keep coming in, and I can keep actually having something to film to put out some videos. Now on to Thursday. All right, it is Thursday, and we are back like a vertebrae. I got, I think, 9 orders going out. 4 from Depop, 3 from eBay, and 2 from Posh. Let's pull the Depop orders first. First is this Roark Revival hat. This brand, what is this brand? There's skateboarders who are sponsored by it. It's not necessarily a skateboard brand. I guess it's streetwear. They kind of travel around. Like they'll go to South America and hang out with designers there and work with them and pay them obviously to like design like a South America type line of different designs of hats and shirts. They do like button-up shirts, things like that, or like go to Africa or Australia, wherever, and work with local designers there and kind of use those patterns. But this is just kind of a basic hat. It's like a thick, like almost military canvas style hat. This sold for $10. This pair of Levi's Slight Rise, say classic, or no, Slight Curve Classic Rise boot women's pants sold for an offer of like $11.69, I believe. This Masters hat sold for $13. These leather slip-on shoes, Doucals, I think is how you pronounce that, DOUCAL''S. Sold for $25. I had them listed for $35. Took an offer. That's why I raw dogged the bins with no gloves, because you want to feel it feels good quality and made in Italy. You don't need to know every brand. You need to know certain things that make you want to look up a brand. Leather made in Italy is one of those. That's it for Depop. Now let's see what's sold on eBay. So 3 items on eBay. First is this kids Billabong Grinch hoodie. Kind of cool. I believe it has some stains or something on it somewhere, if I remember right. Kids clothes don't do the best. This sold for $7. Next is a pair of Adriano Goldschmied jeans. Oh, did I drop? These are the Stilt Crop Cigarette Crop? The Stilt Crop Cigarette Crop, whatever that means. Size 30. These don't do as good as they used to. I've had them for a while. They only sold, I took an offer of $7 on these as well. And then these Nike Air Max something or other, maybe Flyknit something, I forget what they're called honestly. Usually with this type of bottom, they're pretty good. You just want to make sure that these bubbles aren't popped. Some of them are really good. I don't know if it's the colorway or these ones are obviously slip-on ones. And these are a woman's size 10.5, so a decent size. I've sold some. I think they were the lace-up version for closer to $60. These only sold for $30, but still, from the bins, it's a good pickup. And the last two items are from Poshmark. This pair of Kane sandals. These are a men's size 6. They sold for $20. The last item is a pair of jeans that's actually in the garage. So let's go check those out. The last item from Posh is this pair of Dewar? I don't know how to pronounce it. Jeans is a good brand to look out for. These sold for $29. It's just kind of a basic pair of jeans. Now let me grab my calculator and figure out how much money I really made. So these are just rough numbers, not actual numbers. I don't know what each platform charges me, to be honest. I know Depop has no fees. eBay's like 15% or something. I don't know. Anyways, it was a total of $528.84 in sales. I make a little bit of money on shipping on eBay for the most part. The other platforms, they do the shipping through them, so I don't make any money on there. I took 15% off, so that makes it, which is $79.32, which will give me $449.52. I just did a blanket 15% for the platforms. My average buy cost now is $2.06 per item. So 25 items, that'd be $51.05. So that gives me $398.02. And then I think I did another 15% or 14% for taxes for my state tax. So $55.72 will go to taxes. So that leaves me with $342.30 in my pocket, which is about 6.5 times the money I have invested into these items. And I do this about 10 hours a week. Maybe I don't track my time anymore. I did for a little bit, and it's hard to keep track of it. But that's it for this week in sales. Catch you next week. Peace.